Alright, we see the map. So, hello viewers. Today I'm doing something a little bit different after viewing sort of a historical video on an operation by Israel called Mole Cricket 19, which took place in 1982. I was sort of inspired to create a mission because, well, I figured it would be like an interesting type of setup where we could have something on the Syria map where we could engage with most of the planes that are available on the Israeli side, like the F-4E, the F-16, the F-15, both versions. And so, yeah, I sort of watched the video and got inspired. And one of the things they mentioned in the video is that some of the F-4E Kernas from Israel had struck some SA-6 sites in that mission, and it took place in the Bekaa Valley, I think it's called here. And so what I did is I positioned a few SA-6s in similar positions. There are some here that have already been damaged, and there are going to be like friendly strike planes that are going to go attack in the area as well. And there are a lot of F-15s that are going to provide cap for the enemies that probably will be taking off from bases in Syria. So instead of setting it up in 1982, I've put it in 1997. So of course it makes it a very fictional sort of scenario. And one of the reasons for that is that I'm thinking maybe later I can use this template to make other types of missions, and then I could make some with the F4, some with the F-16, some with the F-15C for air superiority, and with the F-15I if I wanted to use it for air to ground. So that's why I went with a little bit more of a modern setting. But yeah, for tonight, I'm just going to go fly the F-4E from Ramat David. I'm going to meet other attack planes around this area here in Haifa. And then we're going to fly to the target area here where there are lots of different targets. And hopefully I'll be able to eliminate the SA-6. My plane is equipped with some Mavericks and Shrikes. So this is going to be my plane right here. So I've got a set of Maverick Bs and Shrikes. These are the Shrikes with the warhead, I think, that can attack SA-6s, hopefully. I haven't practiced the mission yet, so I don't know if it's going to work well or not. But what I did a little bit earlier is I went to revisit some training missions I had done to fire the Maverick, and then I created one to just practice the Shrike because I haven't used it very often, at least not lately anyways. So I've done a little bit of training during the afternoon after creating the mission, and then I put the finishing touches, and now we're gonna go test this. So it's gonna be an F4 flight, but with a little bit of a historical, semi-historical background, but this is a fictional scenario, so nobody get mad at me for whatever. This never happened. So here our briefing says, in this mission, loosely inspired by Operation Mole Cricket. I'm gonna have to change my typo here. Your F-4E Kernas planes will attack SA-6 SAM sites. Some F-15Cs are providing CAT, the Pontiac flights. A-4Es, UZ-4, and F-16Cs, Viper 6, will also strike targets in your area. Maybe they'll keep some of the SAM radars on for your strikes, but you can also attack with Mavericks. Your primary target is the SA-6 site's straight flush radar, but you should try to destroy the launchers and or the AAA at the site as well. Beware of a single SA-8 near Rayak airfield. A lone C-130 will provide ELINT for HQ over the Mediterranean. So that gives us an idea of how many flights will be in the air. And so we'll just hit the start button and then we'll get things going. Gonna set my switches for the F4. These are good. Okay, good. And so I've got two planes, but I'm going to be starting with this one. I'll see if I feel like doing the other one afterward, but here we can see there's Syrian MiGs in the air, so hopefully the F-15s will be taking care of that, because I'm not super well equipped for air-to-air, as you'll see in just a moment. I'm just going to let this thing load a little bit. Alright, I think we've got the mission loaded. And so, yeah, we see there are lots of different vehicles in the area, lots of MiGs. Alright, so this is my plane right here. I've got only two Sparrows in the back there, because in the front I have a ACM pod. And then I have my Mavericks and my Shrikes, and then you can see there's another one there that's getting ready to leave, and I think I'm going to follow him to the target. So I'm just going to make sure things are good here. I know the center tank, we're supposed to turn it off for takeoff, so maybe we'll try to be realistic in that sense. We'll follow this guy. Oh, great. In the practice earlier, he went for this runway. Now he's going to the other side, so we're going to have to taxi for a while, it seems. Well, maybe a little bit.
Ooh, okay. How low are we flying?
Hello.
Roger that.
I like how I can use the track IR to answer those questions. The problem is that it's very poorly executed. At times it just doesn't want to go where I want it to. That's just my little pet peeve about that. Oh, can I put on my sunglasses? Yeah, that looks good. Because you can't have a cool mission if you don't look cool. There you go. Does that change anything to the mission? Well, in my head it does. So maybe as we taxi, we could have a look at the other F4. He's loaded with Mark 82s. He does have some air-to-air, so if anything comes close to us, hopefully he'll take care of it. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. Viper is passing his first waypoint, so that means that we won't be able to join up with them very quickly unless we burn a ton of gas. So when I tested the mission earlier, I wanted to see where the AI would take off, and I didn't test it in multiplayer. He took the runway that I think he's going to take, but he had taken it the opposite direction. Now he's going all the way to the end, so. So what I could do is select these things, put them in direct, and put them in arm. I think it was set for TV, which does make a little bit of sense because you want that to warm up before, but I think I'll try to be sneaky and throw my Shrikes at the SA-6 first, and then I can take the 3 minutes to warm up the Mavericks. We'll see. since I probably won't do any air-to-air, I think I'll just set this right away for air-ground. It's fun to see how the enemy reactor seems to affect my crosshairs in the HUD. Come on, taxi. Go, go, go. It's early morning, so we have all day, but still. Okay, we're getting there. Things I was thinking I could do is set up the radio for the AWACS. Let's do that. We'll let him take off. 2, 6, 4, manual.
Engine's good, airspeed off the peg. 80 knots. 100 knots. Alright, I got nails 8 o'clock. And, nails 8 o'clock. Gears moving.
Try to keep a visual on my friend so that we can head for the target with him for a while.
Looks like we've got traffic at 1 o'clock.
Sort of lost sight of him, but he's heading in the same spot we are, so
okay, nails. 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock.
way to go. The visibility in this cockpit has always been the thing I hate the most. I can't see where my friends are, I can't see where my enemies are. Try to see in the outside view if I spot those friendlies there. Where's the other?
Okay, we've got mud. 2 o'clock. SA6.
I don't know if I went there faster than my friend. Or if he was climbing faster than me. Okay, so altitude, I want to get to 14, so I'll give it a little bit of throttle there.
Oh, I'm showing nails 11 o'clock.
11 o'clock, is that our friend?
I have a new bogey, right 50, 42 miles, 7,500. Negative IFS, that target is an enemy. Steering updated to the IP. You got steering to the next point.
Alright, so is there an F4 around here at 14,000 feet? We're still climbing, but I don't see him. You see him? Maybe it's like his taxiing, he's too slow, he can't catch up. Where is he? Yeah, he's behind me. Maybe I could slow down a little bit once I'm up here at altitude.
New bogey, left 5 degrees, 2 miles, 14,000. We've got nails, 1 o'clock. IFS is good, that's a friend.
I'm gonna turn on my centerline tank, which I forgot to turn on after takeoff. Ah, is that my F4 right in front there? Yeah, it is. Okay, he's right there. Good stuff. So yeah, I can see the fuel is filling up because I turned on the centerline fuel tank. So I'll be able to fly for longer.
I see a contact. Right 30 degrees, 23 miles. It's a friend. IFS checks out.
Good, it's a friend. I'm gonna try to get cool altitude.
Oh, I got nails on our nose, 12 o'clock. And nails, 12 o'clock.
Oh, there's something that just fell like down in the sea there. Let's check out the map here. Okay, so there are all kinds of things going on. Let's see who's in the air with us. There's us here. That's our F4 friend in front of us. That's our AWACS. We have some F-15s. We're pretty much covering a big part of the sky. That's an A4.
Okay, that's a new bogey. Right 15, 29 miles. 3,500.
I guess these are
IFS is
patrolling.
negative.
And this is the E-Lint aircraft. And a refueler. So where's the buddy? Did I pass him?
We've got nails, 1 o'clock.
Might have turned because I'm not really following my waypoints. So 38 miles to the waypoint. Autopilot back on. Trying to have okay, there he is. That's him right there. I don't practice flying formation very often.
We have a new bogey. Left 30 degrees, 13 miles, 13,500. Positive IFF return. Target is friendly. Ah, damn, we've got mud. 11 o'clock. SA-6.
See what happened here? I have to look like in those very weird angles
We
to
have
find
a
out.
new bogey. Left 5 degrees, 8 miles, 13,500. The target paint's definitely friendly.
So past that lake there is where the action's gonna start. I might follow the big mountains on the left to mask my approach to the SA-6. But right in front of us, that's the Becca Valley that I was talking about, where the action's gonna take place. Probably form up on his right wing, since I'm heading a little bit more to the right than he is. Let's just pause this for a moment, just because I like the idea of this making a nice screenshot like that. Maybe like this. Can get more options like that. So that's kind of nice. Let's keep going like this. Is that working? Go back in the cockpit. So our distance is 18, okay. Yeah, that's gonna be good. Something like this. Right? There we go. Alright, enough screenshots. Let's get ready for the real action now.
15 miles to IP.
He's gonna do his thing, I'm gonna go do mine. Use the mountains on the right, or do I use the mountains on the left? Now the fires that we see there on the hilltop, that's one of the SA-6s that was hit. And I think there's another one close to the lake that was also hit by friendlies. So that's part of what we had on the map. I feel like using those hills there on the left, so I won't be necessarily following my waypoints.
10 miles to the identification point.
I'm gonna go to target,
Wilco.
and then I'm gonna say
Updated to
navigation,
target.
holding current turn point.
Steering paused.
Thank you. So now I know how far I am from the target, 18 miles. which in turn will help me to get in range for my strikes, but also to try to stay stealthy with those hills.
Singer,
So
1 o'clock,
he's,
SA6.
already shooting, so we're gonna dive. We see I see a nice little white line there. I wanted to check if my lights were
Missile,
on
2
or
o'clock.
off. Off, okay. So that was a good idea to go with the hill to mask our approach, because they're already shooting at us. Now, as you can see on the RWR, there's nothing now, so that means that we've defeated
Heads up,
the radar.
nails, 6 o'clock.
And now we're approaching. So I'm gonna try to get to, like, I don't know, maybe 8 miles before I shoot. So I'm gonna climb again. We're at 11 miles. We do want him to paint us a little bit so that his radar is active.
10 miles to target.
When we want to shoot the strike. So I think my center line is empty. So what I'll do is I'll turn it off. I'll do this. Click, 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 click. And then we'll go to this. So now we're a little bit lighter.
Heads up, nails, 6 o'clock. And
master arm.
nails, 6 o'clock.
7 miles. Let's head towards the 6. Missile is singing.
Five miles to target.
So we're gonna shoot one. And then I'm gonna turn left.
Mud, 12 o'clock. SA8.
I think that's the site right there that we see. Let's see if my missile's gonna hit. Oh, there's a nice explosion there. I wonder if I got him or not. Gonna turn around with our nice sunglasses. If we don't have like an SA6 anymore, we'll try to shoot the other Shrek at the SA8 if it's got a right seeker to do that. I saw that there was some sort of a fire close to the map said there was a factory fire, so that must be it. But yeah, I'm not getting painted by the SA6, so that's good. If you see here, it says factory fire. And here, it would appear like the radar has been hit to the point where it's probably not functional anymore. So what I'll do is I'll try to just point my nose towards the SAA. Which is close to the airfield at Noyak. You can probably see the airfield there. We get a tone for a radar. I think my Shrike has really got a seeker that's more for the SA-6 types. So it's probably not going to detect it. And I don't want to get in its range for no reason. If we look at the map, I'm probably approaching like the circle of it, so I'm going to just move away now. And what I will do is I'm going to get this armed, start my thing there. And climb back up. I think I'm going to be safer at higher altitudes. See a lot of radars, and I'm guessing it must be these F-15s that are doing cap. Yeah. Oh, there's one of those guys now. These guys are coming in to help. Those guys look like they're full on intercept. Alright. What's my fuel like? Okay, good. What's my timer like? I'll wait 3 minutes for those Mavericks, and I'm going to set them on TV. Direct, I think, is good. Reduce my throttle to about 85, not to waste fuel too much during the warm-up phase of my missiles. Coming up on 2 minutes. Wonder if I'll see the arm light come up at 3 minutes. Forget exactly how we're supposed to tell. A bit of a left turn. Two minutes and a half. Fuel state still good. And there we go. Gonna reach 3 minutes. Try the master arm on, master arm off. I don't know if it's supposed to help or not. And then if I go to the, is that the one? Oh no, switch TV there, and I click on the trigger. They're definitely not armed yet. I wonder if they'll arm when there's still a Shrike. Okay, now they're armed. And me worried for a second there. Let's see for sure. Yes, we have like a camera. And now we're gonna head for the targets. We're 15 miles. Should give us time to look at the target area. Now, in my target area, I know there's a ZSU-23 and some launchers that I'm going to want to get destroyed. And so, I'm going to try to look. Okay, I see the fire from the burning factory, which is more or less even with my target. So I'm going to position that in that area. If we can see, actually for this to be near the targets, it's going to have to be like that. There's the fire. Okay. Somewhere there. There. My autopilot function now. Good. Alright. Let's move that camera around. See if we can spot the factory fire. Yes. Can we spot a fire?
10 miles to target.
Or a series of vehicles. There they are. Okay. Of course I can't lock yet. I'll have to get closer, but that's... Oh, okay, good, I got a lock. And so the distance is 8 miles. So we're firing one missile. I fired on that side, so I'm gonna shoot maybe on this side this time. I'm trying to find the vehicles that are launchers.
5 miles to the
Hard
target.
to tell, huh? I guess this one was as good as any. Should have left my lock on it. Okay, I got it. There we go. Let's see how that works. One hit. 2 hits.
We have a friendly. 1 o'clock. 3 miles.
Try to head back in that direction where we see the hilltop fire there. Okay, good. So I'm going to turn my autopilot on and we're going to cheat a little bit. We're going to go watch what we hit and what's left. Okay, so this vehicle we hit was a launcher. There's another launcher there. A launcher there, and this here, was it the, yeah, it was the ZSU. It sort of looked like a tank type of vehicle, so I'm happy I got the ZSU. So now we'll try to get either the radar, which is not fully dead, or this guy here, or maybe both. Alright. So how far are we? 8 miles. I'll give it another mile or 2 so that I can turn around and target. And then we'll try another pass at it. This is actually going much better than I had anticipated, because the first time I tried to shoot the Shrikes in a practice mission where there was just an SA-6, I got killed twice. I wasn't doing very well, and I wasn't approaching in a more or less optimal fashion. That's why I used the hill earlier, because I knew that I had to mask myself as long as I could from the SA-6. Because if you show your face a little too early to the party, he's going to make sure that you don't come back to the party. Alright, now I'd like this thing to stabilize. Can it? Let's put the autopilot again. Okay, it looks stabilized. Good. So can I get this guy locked? There we go. In terms of range, we're good. Next missile. Can I get the radar
5 miles
locked.
to the target.
That's the guy that's smoking there. We got him. Rifle. All right. So now let's just have fun and watch this. Kaboom, kaboom. So we got them both, I think. Yeah, that's really nice. And the trucks are moving around. But yeah, I'd say that's a mission accomplished. I think there is maybe one launcher left. So what I could do at this point is go back to base, reload with bombs or something, and come back. Now, if you know me a little bit, you know that I like trouble. So I'm gonna try something here. Gonna turn my gun on. I have to turn this off, so now the gun is armed. Gonna reduce this to about 32. Now that fire that we saw on the hilltop.
Nails, 7 o'clock.
This fire, if we look at this, there are some launchers, some trucks and things there, so I'm gonna try a gun run since we know that the radar on that site is dead. I'm gonna try a gun pass. So let's see, where's the hilltop fire? Right there it is. Try to line it up so that we have some vehicles and some trucks. Check my fuel. Fuel is good. Lost sight. Okay, there it is. Alright, let's try this. Okay, that's the trucks. Oh, let's go for the truck. Did we get him? I think we got the truck. I wanted to go for that launcher there, but I couldn't see it, so. Let's see. Bullets. 480 rounds remaining. We can do another one. Not that great in air-to-air with the F-4, but I kind of like it as an air-to-ground platform.
Heads up, Nails, 12 o'clock. And Nails, 12 o'clock.
Okay, so with the shadow now we see it a little bit better. So it's the one completely to the right. We're gonna go for it. Not sure I got him though. Oh yeah, it's on fire. Good.
We've got Nails, 1 o'clock.
Yeah, the other launcher is sort of close to the fire, we're not going to be able to see it, so let's head home. Okay, so this holding, deactivate, and then navigation. Go to final.
Copy. Next turn point is updated.
So we're 57 miles. We got 6,100 of fuel. I think we'll make it. But still, we're gonna climb to save fuel. So yeah, got rid of all our Mavericks. Shot one of the Shrikes on the SA-6. Let's see what the others are doing. Oh well, there were some A4s earlier, but I don't see them anymore. There was an F4 earlier, I don't see him anymore. And there was another F4 and I don't see him anymore. Does that mean I'm the only one who survived? Let's see on the map there. Are there any blue parachutes around here? I don't see blue parachutes, so either they crashed or they were shot by something. At least our F-15s are doing a good job in the air-to-air. Lower my throttle just a little bit because we're just exiting the area. We don't need to burn too much fuel, although there is quite a bit left.
Hey, we got some new bogeys. Alright, checking friend or phone now. We have a friendly two-ship bra, right 50, 33 miles. Angel 17.
Let's check how the stream is going. Looks nice. Excellent connection.
Can you give me a fuel check? What's it at?
Yeah, the fuel is good. It's nice that Jester actually cares whether he's gonna make it home or not. So 30 miles and we're at Angels 20. I think we're gonna be good at that height. Altitude hold engaged there, click, click. And so we can enjoy the scenery a little bit. Check on the other side with the sun hitting the plane. Of course, there's a cool guy there with some sunglasses. If I look that way, maybe you'll see the sunglasses a bit better. There you go. It's like he's saying hi to the camera. You gotta fill in that flight time with fun stuff. Hopefully whoever's watching is enjoying. What I could do here is actually, I always get the wrong one. There we go. Go back to the radar, that way I'll see if Jester spots anything. I could ask the AWACS for a bogey dope.
Magic 1-1, concealed 4, request bogey dope.
So we got a clean picture. Now on the map here, you can see that 251.30 is the frequency for Ramat David. So 251.30. So since we're getting close, we're going to be able to call our
Got a new
airfield.
bogey, right 15, 33 miles, 10,000. Positive IFF return, target is a friendly.
They want us to use runway 15. So let's switch to the waypoint of the airfield.
You bet.
Because I had set my waypoint to land at 29,
Train point is updated.
but the tower told us to go on 15. Is that Ramat David? That would make sense, yes? Okay. Let's go try to determine which of these runways is going to be 15. It's going to be at 150, so I'm guessing it's that one over there. Okay, so now I'm super fast. I'm going to slow down. Let's get our air brakes out. So 15 I think is going to be this one here. I think it's going to be that one. If not, it's going to be the other one, but then it would mean I'll have to realign. Looking at my compass, I think it makes sense. So we're going to turn for that one. Get our flaps down. What's our speed now? 200, gear down. Give it a little bit of power.
Concealed 4, request landing.
And we are heading for 15, and that's runway 15, so that's good calculations.
Okay, gear, flaps, pressure, warning lights, anti-skid.
I think that was a decent one. When Jester doesn't complain, usually it's a good sign. I can see some shelters there, so let's see if we can we find a... I should have taken that exit if I wanted to go to those, but we'll go to the end of the runway and then we'll take that. So let's move to the side of the runway, and then we'll get rid of the chute. There we go. Saw a video of a real F4 doing something like that. It was like a little bit of wind taking the chute sideways a little bit, so he got rid of it and the chute actually flew like off the runway. I thought that was a good move. You have to know exactly what the wind direction is. I know what wind direction is in this mission, it's just that it's not fast enough to move a parachute around, so I just dropped it probably like on the runway. Some of the planes you actually see the chute on the ground. I forget if we see it with the F4. I think if I remember correctly we don't really see it, but I don't know. Let's just have fun here. Yeah, no, it would be like somewhere around here that we would see it, so I think it's not visible for this plane. And because it's hot in here, let's get some fresh air. What do you say, Chester? I guess he agrees. I'll have to check because I don't even know if it's big enough to fit an F4 in here. It looks like it might be. Just barely. Like in terms of the height of the tail, that's what I'm curious. Let's see. In the cockpit, it looks like we might fit in there. Go real slow. Yeah, I think it fits. The wings also fit. I haven't flown it in a little while, so I don't want to break anything on the first flight. The idea is I want them to allow me to fly this plane again. This coming in nicely. I don't know if we fit like all the plane in there though. Let's have a little bit of fun with this view. Oops. Oh, we still have a little bit of distance. Will that be enough to fit the whole plane? Nope. So I think we'll just leave it there. Now, does that thing have like a parking brake that I can set? Switch for the brake doesn't seem to work, but that one worked. Okay, good. So we'll do our lazy shutdown, and I guess that'll be it for me for tonight.
Roger.
I had other planes that I could have flown, but it's getting pretty late, so we'll have to continue some other day. But
And wheel chocks are in, sir.
so the wheel chucks are in. I can release the brakes. Let's go look at the map, and we can see some of the F-15s are still flying cap. See this group of trucks here? I think the A4s were supposed to hit that. This target here, well, it was the target of the F-16, so he did get some damage done to that vehicle, but the rest, yeah. If that was like the best shot the F-16 could do with a laser guided GBU-10, it wasn't very good. Those guys here, this is the other SA-6 site that was hit by artillery. Like on the map, there's artillery there that fired at those two. And this one, I think we managed to get some decent hits on that truck. This one is smoking, and this one we destroyed. So I was hoping to maybe get that one too, but it's so close to the fire I couldn't get good visibility on it. This one actually is the target for the other F4 that I've put in the mission. The one that we went to check that was close to that lake on that little hill. And this is my target there. So there's one launcher left on the target that I went to attack. I got the ZSU, the radar, and this launcher, and this launcher. So that was what we set out to do, and we did it. Oh, some of the soldiers fell too. So that means we'll be credited with those as well, I suppose. So yeah, so there's my F4 in the hangar, partially. I think it's more of a hangar for F-16s or the small planes, like maybe the A4 as well. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed the little flight. That was kind of fun, I have to say.